The doctor was so nice, I don't want to sue him, is what she said. You want to know what I said in response to that? You really want to know? Come join me for a moment as I show you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. What I said to her was, that's perfectly okay. And she did one of these head-cocking things, you know, like a puppy does when you ask him a question he doesn't understand. She went like, what do you mean? Don't you sue people for a living? I said, yes, but only if the injured victim recognizes how important it is to try and obtain compensation for all the harms and injuries and losses they suffered. I said, listen, you don't have to bring a lawsuit. It's okay that you feel that way. But, and now I go ahead and have a discussion about the risks of going forward with a lawsuit as well as the risks of not going forward with a lawsuit. There's no pressure here. It's up to you to make that decision. My goal is simply to educate you and teach you about what will happen. You should know that the reason why she came into me was because she had significant concerns. She wanted to know a number of things in addition to how much time she had to file a lawsuit. And here was the big problem for her. She was worried about what would happen in 5 or 10 years when she needed to have additional medical care and surgery to fix the problem she had. I told her that if it turns out she had a valid basis for a case, the only way she could obtain compensation for all of the harms and all of her injuries were to bring a lawsuit, because nobody was going to take care of it later on down the road, especially after her time to file a lawsuit was long gone. But now if he was careless and caused you injury, you have a legal right to go ahead and obtain compensation for the harms and injuries and the suffering and the pain that you're going to endure and will endure into the future. So if you don't want to take advantage of that, that's perfectly okay. And so she had that funny look and she said, wait a second, but I'm not the kind of person to sue. And I said, you know what? There are a lot of people who come in and tell me that. And that's perfectly okay. Most people have never brought a lawsuit before. Most people don't want to get involved in a lawsuit process. But when you're sitting at home late at night and now you're in pain and now you've got to take medication and you're going to need medical care, all because somebody did something improper, causing you additional injury, you have a legal right here in New York to go ahead and seek compensation through the lawsuit process. And if you choose to take advantage of it, great. If you don't choose to take advantage of it, that's fine, as long as you're fully informed about the risks associated with going forward as well as not going forward. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in these medical malpractice cases here today. You know, I recognize you're watching this video because you likely have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but you have questions that need to be answered first, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a great day.